Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome in for your reading for today. Let me start off by saying that this reading is going to be for somebody who has been abandoned, who has experienced abandonment issues, people coming in and out of your life, maybe you feeling like they take a piece of you every single time, leaving you in a state of wondering what's wrong, what's going on, why is this happening? And I feel like if you haven't gotten your answer, you're going to, possibly even in this reading, okay? We have orphan here, okay? So this screams to me abandonment issues. We also have mend a broken heart fairy, healing from heartache. We also have third wheel, enemy, distrust, flirtatiousness. And actually, I started off this reading with Asariel, the Archangel of the waters, ruled by Neptune. Could be seeing tridents or orcas. And then I'll wait for these last two. So, actually three. So right off the bat, what I'm seeing here is somebody in their past experienced abandonment issues. There could have been a third wheel. There could have been somebody that came in, maybe gained your trust, and they became an enemy. There was distrust there. It's really hard to build that trust back up with individuals after experiencing something like this with this broken heart. So where do we want to go with this? You are naturally intuitive and deeply sensitive. Acknowledge and trust your emotions as they can act as a powerful compass. Absolutely. So with Asariel, the Archangel, this is your angel that you can call upon right now as you dive and go through these deep emotions, because we have to go through them. When we allow ourselves to feel these deep emotions of abandonment, of distrust, of people betraying you, whatever it is that you experienced in your life that this is referring to, there are secret treasures. There are gems. There are your abilities, your God-given abilities that will be revealed to you, and you are protected and you are being helped on the other side as you go through this. If there's one thing I've gained from this spread and the cards that have come out today, there's a clear indication that as you do this, as you do the work and work through these really heavy, tough emotions that make you cry and just crumble because you don't even want to talk about it because it hurts so much. These are deep waters. Water is emotion. You could also be seeing dolphins as well. As you invoke Asariel, you will find it much easier to remain centered in times of upheaval and uncertainty. Rather than making choices based on logic, feel into which situation or direction seems right by telling your emotion or letting your emotions guide you. A joyful, uplifting feeling of freedom and calm around your center usually indicates a positive answer. If you feel tightness or constriction in the belly or chest, this is usually a sign that the course of action you are thinking of embarking on may not be in your highest interest. You are the best judge of what's right for you. Become like Asariel and let your feelings guide the way. So, working through these waters, working through all of these emotions that are brought up when you think of what you've went through at the hands of other people, causing a lot of distrust in yourself. You could have come from a background that was very noisy. Very noisy. Also, we have 36 and 37 here. Also 33 and 22. Maybe those numbers are significant for you. Also 12 and 4. But here with birds, I rolled down here, you see, noisy. There could have been a lot of noise. There could have been a lot of chatter, just, too much. And with this sensitivity with Asariel, remember your sensitivity. This was not the environment for you. And I feel like this was a test. This was a lesson to show you. We have to learn our lessons sometimes the hard way, depending on, what life we are born into. And this is definitely a time of healing that abandonment, that you were left all alone. Maybe you were literally left on the sidewalk, left on the curb. Maybe these people just got up and walked away without a care in the world. And you're like, how could they do that? I thought they cared about me. I thought that they loved me. So here in the herbal astrology, and I do suggest getting this tea. Every herb has significant healing attributes to each one, and it will help you. So Amazon is like $9, I think, probably even less. Arnica is the herb, and it is the teacher. It's actually still used in Russian folklore, or in Russian medicine. The arnica was used for basically advanced healing. What it does is it helps with the blood pressure. It helps with your blood flow in your body, which it enhances and helps promote healing within the body. And when the body is calm and still and in a state of healing, it allows the rest of us to be centered and bring us back into balance. Because if the body and the mind don't have that connection, the right hemisphere, the left hemisphere, if there's not that I almost said cohesion. If there's no correspondence between the two, it can cause things to be really out of balance. So I would definitely check in to this herb, the arnica, because it's going to be a teacher for you. And again, teacher, this guidance with Asariel, even with the broken heart fairy, you have entities, you have unseen forces that are around you assisting in your healing, so that you can find this treasure chest of yours and really tap into your abilities and your powers. And it's going to help make sense of why there were energies of distrust. And it's the polarity, it's the duality. It's so we can understand both sides of the spectrum. So here with the inner child deck, we have Be Still. I feel like there's just a lot of there's time. Things have been really noisy. It's a time to be still, be calm, listen to your feelings, get in touch with yourself, feel it out. Yes, this is what happened to me. But you should know that you didn't deserve that, and that you do deserve much better, and you are worthy, and you are lovable, and you deserve to be loved in the way and respected. Having your boundaries and what makes you feel comfortable. Finding those people that are going to respect your wishes, that are going to respect your boundaries, that are going to respect the way that you view the world. And if they can't, then they don't deserve to be a part of your life. And if you have to go through an isolation stage in order to come to that conclusion so that you're radiating the frequency that you want to attract, so be it. It is sacrifice. I get it. I was stuck in a basement for almost 3 years with my child. So I understand that completely. But let me tell you, when you get out of that toxic situation, when you get to a safe, secure environment, you're going to look back and be so thankful that you sacrificed, that you made that sacrifice for a better future for yourself, because you do deserve it. It's so worth it. the freedom it comes from just not being around those who continuously break your heart and create more distrust in you, that which ends up being reflected to other people you come into contact with. And I feel like the universe was saying these people did not deserve your energy. You might have loved them, they might have been part of your family or your friends, whatever the situation was, but ultimately they were not for your highest good, okay? And Spirit wants you to come to an acceptance of that. So cultivate a space of stillness and silence to just be, just exist and feel what you're feeling. That way you're not, this hurt, this abandonment issues aren't rippled out to other people. I also rolled a planet to get the energy of what was trying to be healed, and Mercury came out. And with this noisy, with the birds, I feel like the way you were communicated to, the way you were spoken to, was wrong. And this part of yourself, this communication, this Mercury, the way you communicate, the way you allow others to communicate to you, is in a process of healing. Okay. I just heard Mercury and Neptune are healing each other or something. That's funny. Yeah, that's funny. Okay. Let me see here. Within stillness, there is an invitation of being. As we move throughout our day, we most often take the well-worn paths we walk each day without questioning their benefit to our lives, which can sometimes leave us feeling disconnected. Stillness can be a way to initiate connection with our senses and with our inner being. It is also helpful in connecting with our inner child, as sometimes we need stillness to hear the voice within. Reflect on the places, sounds, or environments that bring you a feeling of calm and safety. Once you have found your state of calm, put away all the sources of stimulus and let yourself just be. Try to focus on what is before you or what you might be feeling inside of you. You can also take a nap or let your body drift through the in-between space of wakefulness and dreams. Naps or quiet rest periods are also a good reset when you are feeling stressed or overwhelmed. If you feel unable to achieve stillness at this time, you can try this exercise instead. Moving at a very slow pace can be incredibly relaxing. First, reflect on how a sloth or any slow-moving animals move, and hold that energy as you complete this exercise. Pick a physical task, any movement that you can complete in almost comically slow fashion, such as walking, smelling a flower, touching a friend, or even washing the dishes. Whatever you do, try stretching the practice of this task for at least 5 to 10 minutes. The goal of this exercise is to help you feel safe, calm, and rested. What feelings come up inside of you when you practice stillness? If they are negative feelings, ask yourself why this may be. Yes, because we should all be able to just exist and sit in stillness, and take it from somebody that was labeled with ADHD her entire life. And I now understand the importance of stillness is it contributes to all aspects of your overall well-being and health. Okay. It's a big key component to just sit in stillness and just be and observe your feelings, observe your thoughts, but don't put labels on them. Just allow them to flow through, and anything that is very important that you really need to do will still be there. Don't worry. Don't be like, oh my God, I'm going to forget. No, just allow it to pass by, and it will be there. Just know that the important things that you need to do will still be there to remind you. And drink some tea. Allow this to be healed. Ask for it to be healed. And I mean, I don't want to say I'm sorry because I know this was an important cycle and process for somebody to go through, but just know, like, I don't want to say the hardest part's over because everybody's path is different and everybody's motivations and whatnot are different. But healing is I'm not going to say it's completely easy, but you're through most of the process, is what I was trying to get at. Like, you already went through the hurt of this heartbreaking, heart-wrenching experience, and you're on the precipice of healing this part and finding your superpower. 1545. And I know, like, part of me is really excited for whoever this is for, because you're about to find something you never thought you ever would. And it will absolutely blow your mind that this is even possible. And you're going to look back and you're going to think of the abandonment and all the hurt and all the suffering that you went through, and you're going to be grateful for it. I know that sounds crazy, but you're going to look back on it and you're going to be like, oh, that was why all that happened. And everything is going to make sense. Everything's going to correlate. Everything is going to connect. And you're going to realize every single moment, everything that happened was never a mistake. It was all there for a learning experience. It was all there to show you who you truly are. And who you are is a very sensitive, very, I want to say watery. You could be a water sign, but you run deep, whoever you are. Your emotions, your sensitivity, you see things others don't see, you feel things others don't feel, and that's okay. Sometimes being the 0.1% comes with being super duper unique. Okay? I wish you guys the best with this healing process, and you can do it. Don't forget that. And definitely try and get some herbs and teas, because the medicinal properties and that the everyday herbs have are so tremendously amazing and can clean your body in ways you never thought possible. So with that said, I love you. The universe loves you, and everything is working out for your best and highest good. Till next time, guys.